So here we are in the upper land, surrounded by none other than Mughals. Cute little Mughals. Let's talk to one and see what's up. No, he's obviously taking a dump. Weren't you paying attention? No, he is crying, because Pebblers have taken over their village. So that sounds like job number 1 around here. And if we needed to forge any weapons, we could see Watts. He's standing there looking at a tree, trying to take a whiz probably. Let's not disturb his privacy. Let's go around looking for the Mughal village. It's somewhere in the summer part of the upper land. As you'll see, we'll cycle through the seasons here. We started off in winter, and now we're coming into spring, and we see here the palette swap, the more powerful palette swap of the rabbit, which is called a silk-tail. Hopefully this is not a trap. Oh, it's probably money. They give away a lot of money from their chests. This is a good place to rack up some easy money if you can get treasure chests from the silk-tails. And the silk-tails do know some minor magic. They have all the Undine attack spells that the Sprite has, though they tend not to use freeze very much. That's kind of rare for them. Silk-tails tend more toward Acid Storm and Energy Absorb. Acid Storm puts down your defense a little bit, but it's at level 0, so it's not really going to hurt all that much. We'll run around here clearing out the Silk-tails before we talk to Nico. He has one new piece of armor that'll come in slightly handy. And here's a steamed crab. They're kind of difficult to hit sometimes. They can have some fairly high evade, but you can even miss them when they're spaced out like this. But I like killing them because sometimes they drop fairy walnuts in their treasure chests, and that's really handy because those can get fairly pricey if you're short on cash as we are at this point of the game. And we cannot go this way yet. We'll be able to go that way in just a minute. But let's talk to Nico now that the room is kind of clear, so to speak. We'll save first, sure. Always good to be saving your progress when you get to a new place. And now let's actually buy something. Let us buy a round of quill caps on me, because that's the only new armor we can get right now. Once again, I kind of get the shaft. I have to stick with my crappy old headgear, but $2.20 a piece isn't bad, even for just Nico, who charges double. They'd be $1.10 normally then. So let's get that rabbit cap off the Sprite's head and replace the hair ribbon with the quill cap. Do a little bit of friendly selling, and then we'll keep moving on. There we go. Down, down, down. Oh, yeah. Well, you gotta recoup your losses any way you can. We're not getting much back here, but still. It's something at least. Nope, bye-bye. So now we're gonna move on to the summer portion, which is where the important stuff is right now. And we're just gonna go straight up this way after we kill some water thugs. There we go. Get them laying down flat like that. That way you can hit them while they're down. If their mouths are just open like that, you can't hit them while they're stunned. So you gotta get them lying flat like that. Oh my, we are in a bit of a spot here. Hey. Wow, something happened there. Okay, away from the forks, you guys. Seriously. But enough dawdling with water thugs and such. The Mughal village is just up and to the left here. There are many exits out of this summer area. And this is but a minor inconvenience. It's sort of a boss, but not really. The Pebblers are slightly difficult to hit at this point because we don't have all the best armor yet. Our weapons aren't quite where they should be, maybe. But just clear all 3 of these guys out, and the Mughal village will be restored once more. How do Mughals even survive? I mean, I know they got together probably a long time ago and decided, okay, as far as this survival of the fittest thing goes, we're kind of screwed. I think the Mughals' defensive strategy is just like, okay, we're going to be as cute as possible, and hopefully some other species will decide that we're cute enough to be worth protecting. So when you beat all the Pebblers, leave the village, or pretend to leave the village anyway, and when you come back, the place will be all happy and hooray. And there's Watts there, and we have a weapon orb just sitting out here. In fact, we got 2, I think. I think the glove and axe orbs are here. So this up here should be a gloves orb, if I recall correctly. Yep. My memory serves me well. So once you've gotten those, go ahead and talk to a Mughal, and the Sprite will remember everything again. Alright, what do you remember? Hit me with it. Walk the seasons from spring to winter. Spring again, and we can enter. So, a bit of light puzzle solving. It doesn't take much brain effort or brain power to figure out. We're going to have to go back to the spring portion real quick, and then we are going to walk the seasons clockwise from that point onward. Maybe we'll do a little killing along the way, who knows. I know, we're gonna... Whoa, Sprite's in trouble, I think. There we go. Alright, good job, Spritey. So now we're gonna go over to the spring part. And now that we're in the spring part, we can begin walking the seasons. We're in the spring, and now we're just going to pretty much backtrack to summer after we take care of the Silktails. Whoa. Might need to bust out the Cure Water in just a second, actually. Just like old Mr. Silktail is doing. See, they've got the Undine magic. Oh yeah, they can also use Cure Water, I guess. That's important to know. So they have recovery spells as well. So now we're going to go around to the summer part, and then we're going to go up to fall. Autumn is up and to the right. So let's go this way now. We'll just go ahead and kill the water thugs along the way, because it's pretty easy to gain levels at this point. Alrighty, and there should be also a Silktail kind of hanging around right here. Wow! Sprite dodged a hit for once. Go you. Oh, snap. There we go. Alright. Now, if we can just keep everybody off the Sprite for a few seconds. Wow. See, look how much, who got a level? Okay, good, it was me. If it was the Sprite, I was going to be really angry. Alright. Levels up all around. Hooray. That was probably the girl that got that. Yep. We'll just take him out behind the tree. Nobody has to know about that. Let's go on. Let's not mess with any more Silktails for the moment. Let's go on up. And now we have Nemesis Owls, and they can silence you, which is not fun at all. It makes your controls reversed. Very hard to deal with if you've never been used to that. Some people like to, what I have heard is that some people like to hold the controller upside down while they're confused, but that just seems like more effort than it's worth, really. So I just kind of mentally adjust. And when they do silence, they almost always go after the boy, because he's the only one that's controlled with a controller if you're playing single player. So if they bust out that level 4 silence, it'll last a few seconds and it'll be done with fairly quickly. It's not really such a hassle. And really, if we wanted to, we could grind on Nemesis Owls, because sometimes they drop quill caps in their treasure chests. Let's make sure no treasure chests appear behind the trees or anything, and then let's move on to winter. And winter is full of steamed crabs. We don't want to mess with them just yet, because our armor is kind of crap. So, and we also want to stay out of the way of that thing. It looks like there's 2 of them over here, if that lasts as long as it did. They will throw those little pellets, and they'll last for 2 revolutions. So don't go in after the first one. There we go. Got him behind the tree. And it looks like a treasure chest popped up back there. I see 1 tiny pixel out of place. Ha ha ha! Oh, I'm awesome. Please let that have been a fairy walnut. Oh, just candy. That's their more common drop. Alright. So after we walk from winter to spring, the new part of the upper lane will open up, and we'll be engaged in a really quick boss fight. It should be no problem for the Sprite, however. Stay out of the way, numbnuts. Well, let's just get out of here. We're kind of getting our butts kicked. But we'll have an easy boss fight coming up in a minute. Really sad how the boss fights are actually easier than the enemy fights in most cases, at least when you have newly reached an area. You guys just sit back. I'll take care of old Mr. Silktail. But as you can see, we've walked all the seasons round in a clockwise fashion, and we can now go up and to the right. Alright, let's go. Let's not waste any more time in this segment than we have to. Alright. Oh. Aww. Poor little crying Sprite. It even warms the cockles of my cold black heart to see him crying. Oh, snap, dog. It's on! We're gonna go up and we are gonna fight Beak, who I think is also going to give us an Axis Orb. Or maybe like a Boomerang Orb. There he is. That's Beak, but he only requires... We can use a couple Earth Slides on him and he'll go down easy. Because he is weak to Earth Magic. Maybe he'll get off a few spells, but unlikely. I don't really know what Beak has in the way of offense. Well, let's wait for him to go his way first. Let's come... Come on, girl. Let's come down here. I don't want to waste... Oh, hey. Silence all around. That's fun. Also not fun. Silence keeps you from using spells. So, we are a bit incapacitated for the moment. And he'll jump round and round. I'm kind of letting him get off a few hits just cuz. Who knows why. So, okay, it's worn off, so it doesn't tell you when it's worn off, which is slightly inconvenient. So, you just gotta catch up to him, get the spells going. And it only takes 3 Earth Slides to take him down. As long as you have your magic up to the full level, you should be fine. And so, what is it we get from this fight? The, okay, Boomerang Orb. Yeah, I was right the second time. So now we go up this way and we're at the Wind Palace. The Wind Palace is one of the shorter palaces. It's not one of the dungeon-type palaces like the Underground Palace. It's just a place like the Water Palace where somebody sits around waiting for people to get magic going on. So here we meet the Sprite's grandpa, who's in charge of the Water Palace and seems to be the only Sprite-type guy left around here besides the Sprite. Oh my, well it's up to us to redo it, and of course that means we'll have our magic up to level 3, which means a bit of magic grinding. And the Wind Palace is one of my favorite places to do this because it's very easy for all involved. So let's get through this conversation and seal the Monacy, and then I'll show you how I do things up around here. Oh yes, history. That's no good. Oh my. Alright. You really need to quit speaking on our behalf, Sprite. So now we get new magic. We get wind magic, which is going to come in handy in the boss fights ahead. Pretty much immediately once we get west of the upper land here. It is so! Excellent, so now we can get up to level 3 on all our magic. That's a pretty good spell right there. It'll come in handy, even though I'm not going to level it up. It's good and useful no matter what level it's at. You don't have to, like, be at a certain level with Analyzer to analyze certain orbs. So, let's get through all this, because we've only got a few minutes left. We're going to go west to Matango in the next video. And so we're gonna get our health restored. That's a good place to do this as well. So after we seal the seed, you see your weapons are out here, so this is a great place for the girl to level up her magic. You just cast Remedy over and over again. I'm not going to level up the girl's Sylphin magic. So basically for the girl, all you do is you leave, and then you come back, and your weapons are still out in here, so you'll get the maximum amount of leveling you need going on. So you just cast Remedy here with the girl. And when you're done, you talk to the guy and fill up. You can only fill up once per trip, though. So once you fill up and then use up all your magic again, you gotta leave and come back for him to do it again. But as for the Sprite, you come out here. Go ahead and come out here and then just come to this little spot right here. There's a spot right here where you're completely safe from enemies. You just sit right here, level up your magic on Silk Tails, and you just keep going over and over again until you run out of magic points, and then you go back to Grandpa and you get your magic back. So, it's really easy to level up magic around here. And the upper land in general is a really good place to level up your stuff. Magic, weapons, unless you're getting like levels, then it becomes less useful in that particular regard later on. But the upper land near the Wind Palace is one of my favorite places to level magic. Because it's so easy and you don't need fairy walnuts to do it. You can just keep going to Grandpa and getting your points restored for free. So we're going to leave off here for today. And I'm going to level up my magic off camera. And once I've done that, we will move on west of here and head out for Matango. I'll see you guys tomorrow.